What's wrong with the blacks?
Stop! Jesus.
You've acted black, you hung out with them, you know what they're like now, you know what it feels like to be black. What's wrong with the blacks?
Dude, I can't answer. Come on, that question is like you're putting me in a weird position. That's because just because you said that, I'm gonna get associated.
What do you mean?
I don't think there's anything wrong. I mean, people have problems in all different races. You can't just single out a race.
Oh, you can't?
No.
And why not?
Because then it'll come off as racist.
But there's no such thing as racist. It doesn't exist.
How? I do agree that when people say they're not racist, they're more racist, but you don't think racism exists?
It has never existed. It's impossible to exist.
Okay.
It's just a made-up word.
So you don't think there's people that don't like somebody literally for their race? You don't think in the human evolution of history, Jesse, there hasn't been someone that goes, I don't like that man. Because come on.
But that's not racist, though.
What is that?
Hatred. Our battle is a spiritual battle. It's either good or hate. You're either good or you're of evil. And anyone that hate one another is of evil.
So it's hatredism.
It's evil, yeah. It's not racist, it's evil. And we got to call it what it is so that people can understand and overcome it. But if you try to overcome something called racist that doesn't exist, how can you overcome that? But if you say it's evil, then you say, oh yeah, that is evil to hate your fellow man.
Can I adjust what you're saying? Because I hope you're doing what I think you're doing. How can I do this? How do I do this properly? You know, they make you sign the affidavit before, so you're screwed. I know that game. So what you're saying is, if you focus on hatred, then you say, yo, this is hatredism.
Yes.
Let's wipe that out instead of delineating. Because I'm always trying to say I'm a human being first. Like, I don't like race identity or gender ideology or race ideology. I just like people.
Right.
So, and I think it does separate us.
It does.
So, I mean, but how does that theory go over with people when you say it?
Well, the people that love using racism as a means of gaining something from it, so-called power or wealth, they don't want to hear it. But those who are trying to overcome it, they realize that their heart needs to be changed from anger to love. They're like, oh, that makes sense. So they stop hating. They forgive and stop hating.
I'm trying to work on a bit about this, and it's a very delicate subject about the thought process of the only way we're ever going to evolve as a human race is kind of have to, I can't say this, forget things and move on.
And the only way you're going to forget, you got to forgive.
Yes.
If you don't forgive, you never will forget.
Yes.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes. So I mean, it's not for me to speak because I'm white, so, I'm the most privileged.
It's not for you to speak what?
Well, it's a dicey subject, right? Like, I'm a white male, that's like they say.
But you
on the
also
oppression
know,
matrix, I'm like the guy that's holding everybody down.
You also know what it is to be black because in that movie, you were black. You were black.
Acting.
No,
Acting.
But it had to, I bet you when you went home for dinner, went home after the taping, you had dinner, you had ham hocks, cornbread, candy yam, and greens. You were so black.
No, I didn't, but I do fuck with that.
See?
Yes, I do like a good soul food plate.
That's what happens when you hang around with the blacks.
Stop it.
What?
Stop it. Just chill. Here's the thing is that the race thing is fascinating, though, because listen, there are, I don't know, I hope you're right, but there are people that will say that no. But I understand what you're saying. Hatred is hatred.
Right. God said our battle is not physical, it's spiritual. It's a warfare between good and evil, principalities and wickedness in high places. So it's not physical at all, it's spiritual.
But people now there's even more. There's racism, there's genderism.
Because it pays off.
But now we're so at each other's throats in society. People have a laundry list of issues with one another, not just one. So it's just gonna be until we explode, right?
But you don't need to be a part of it.
I try not to be. I try to be like, That's why I'm here, because I know how controversial you are.
Oh, you do?
Yes, but I also believe that, back in the day, Phil Donahue had everybody on. So we
Yes.
talk about it. Like,
That's
you know what I
right.
mean? The minute you rip out a man's tongue, what's that proverb?
over.
Yeah, like everyone should be able to talk. Obviously, we don't want hate speech, but
No such thing as hate speech either.
ooh, that's gonna ruffle a couple people up in Berkeley the wrong way. Why? What? There is hate. Well, you could say it's hatred in the heart.
It's hatred of the heart.